Hey guys, OKC Cake Lady. Thank you so much for joining me of part four of my five-part series. So, if you've watched part one through three, then you know how we got to this point, right? So, let's just continue. Let's just get back into it. Obviously, being fired is something that you just who smiles about it, who just says, "Well, that's great. That's what I've been looking forward to my entire career at the bakery, coming in on time, people calling in, showing up when I didn't feel good." This is whenever I realized in life it's not fair. Things don't always go your way. Being respectful to someone, you may not get respect back. Um, but don't let people disrespect you to that level because you don't deserve it. Nobody deserves that. I don't care what type of power somebody thinks they may have over you. I don't believe in people disrespecting people. I never have. If you've seen me act on the cake page, I think you know that. I don't like bullies. I dealt with it now in two bakeries, and if, I feel like they kind of won to a certain extent. It depends on what kind of management you have around you, but when one door closes, another one definitely opens, and that's what happened. So I got home. I let my mom know because I was living at home at the time. I let my mom know what happened, and she was not happy about it. Um, she knows that I'm very respectful. That's how I was raised. I cannot raise my voice at an adult, even now. My mom would have, when I say she would have got with me, I think some people know what I mean, just saying that lightly. I was taught at a very young age. I was brought up to say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. I have a lot of people that still correct me on that, and they're like, don't call me ma'am. Please, thank you, no, thank you. It's a part of me. It always will be. So for somebody to speak so rudely to me, I think my mom already kind of knew, like, no, Anyway, so I was I was speechless. I was sad. I was shocked. I was not okay. I was worried. If you've been fired from somewhere or laid off, I think you know that feeling. How am I going to continue? How will I how will I go on? Kind of cue the song, but no, really, like, how will I go on? How does this work? I started thinking I have to have on my job application, because this is a few years ago, guys, when you still had to fill them out. And yet, well, you still do. You have to say, have you ever been fired from somewhere? I'm like, now I have to check that box. Yes, yes, I have been fired from somewhere. And I can only hope that I get to explain myself. But let's remember, I was in the process of starting my own business, right? Well, I already kind of had it started, but I was building clientele still. How was I going to now just have enough money to pay all my bills and stuff? What? Well, this is the cool part. Everything happens for a reason. As I was building my clientele, I was receiving more orders than I could take. When I tell you that this cake life found me, I am not kidding. In every way possible, the cake life found me. I did not find it. I had more people wanting cakes from me than I could have ever imagined. When I say that this cake life found me, I did not find it, I am not joking. I had a lot of people who had found me on social media due to people sharing my cakes, tagging, reposting, and all the things. So, because of this, I have always had more people that wanted cakes from me than I can actually create. That's a good problem to have, especially when you've just been fired from somewhere. So, from the moment that I was fired, I knew OKC Cake Lady is about to be in full effect. Now, remember, I did not plan on working there more than 2 or 3 years. And I want to say I was at 2 years, maybe not three. I think I was at 2 years whenever I was fired. Tell me, how does that work? When certain things are put into place and they're just meant to be, they will be. If I had not been fired, I can guarantee you I would have never, ever started OKC Cake Lady full time. I say that with full confidence. If I would have, it would have been many, many years later. And I just don't know how the timing would have worked out on that. So take that in for a minute. I was fired, basically forced out. I tried to ask if the manager could go speak to this other manager. Is there anything we can do? This misunderstanding or whatever the case may be. They came back and said, "You've already been replaced." Take that in. I've already been replaced. So when I tell you, like, it was not only a door shut, it was a door shut. Like, you are not meant to be here. Not only was it a door shut, it was a door like locked. You are not supposed to be here. This is not what you're supposed to do. Get out of here, go start your business, and go make those cakes for yourself. That's what I feel like happened. 100%. 100%. This taught me a lesson early in life. When one door closes, another one will open. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Timing is everything. I started my business. I kept posting on social media. My following kept growing. I had people ordering cakes like no other. I was in the kitchen creating cakes just like I would have if I was in that bakery. Creating sheet cakes, tiered cakes, meaning wedding cakes, 2-tiered, 3-tiered birthday cakes, friends, family, friends of theirs. I had people, word of mouth was traveling so fast. I had 1,000 followers and I was so happy. I was so happy. I remember just thinking to myself, I'm going to be okay. And thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom, for being by my side and telling me that I'm going to be okay. It may not seem like a big deal to some people, like it was just a grocery store or whatever. It was a huge deal in my life. And I had so many people around me that just kind of stood there like, you're okay. It's going to be okay. And those are the words that you really need to hear at times like that. So I was making my cakes. I was delivering cakes. I wasn't turning down anything. If you were one of those people, if you were one of those people that ordered a cake from me when you knew I was just starting out and I was this new business and you guys trusted me with your orders, thank you. Thank you so much. I was still learning. As a business owner, I knew nothing. You guys went off word of mouth and you just trusted me with your orders and you allowed me to create and stay the person that I always wanted to be, which is a cake decorator. You brought me back to a happy place with my cakes. So thank you guys so, so much. And I'm so sorry. I'm an emotional person. I am. I've never told the story from beginning to end like this. So thank you guys very much. If you have shared any of my cake posts during that time or even now, but we're going to talk about then, thank you for telling your friends and family about me. And thank you for the reviews. Thank you for being kind with any mistakes that I may have made on your cakes. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for not giving up on me during my days of trial and error. And yeah, just thank you so, so much, you guys. Thank you for supporting my business. You guys didn't know what was going on. I told nobody that I was fired. It hurt my soul to be able to even say those words. And I'm just right now being able to express that to people what happened. And I've wanted to, but it was kind of embarrassment. And now I feel okay with it because I feel like I can help people. I need people to know when one door closes, you're okay. Like another one will open, I promise. And it may not be right then. It may not be right that moment, but it will happen. You're being set up for something greater. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Like, please do not give up. And I mean that every sense of the word. If you're going through something deeper, like, don't give up. During this time, I was going through so much. I was going to school, and that's a whole nother story. I can't open that book just yet, but I was going through so much mentally. Cake decorating is everything to me. Now, my husband, he's a huge part of my life too, but cake decorating was everything to me. And you guys made it possible for me to keep going. So I was fired, and I kept going, and it was scary. So I want to say that it was not just like, oh, whatever, life goes on. No, it was scary. I had to learn a lot about business. I had to learn a lot about social media very fast. I was already learning a little bit prior, but I had to learn a lot. I had to figure it out because this was going to be a full time deal. And sure enough, it was. So when it comes to learning and figuring something out, I was pushed harder than I ever had been pushed. I pushed myself harder than I ever had ever. Um, and I made cakes, and I never had to struggle with anything. All the bills, they got paid. I never had anything that was late. And it's all due to this cake business that you guys see right now, OKC Cake Lady. I was okay. I'm still okay. And I can't wait to share this final chapter with you guys, part 5 of my series.